Okay, at this point, I am fairly confident that people are aware of Operation Like New Trailer. Been getting comments about our project with the post that I put up on social media. And for those of you who are not familiar with this project, I'm KJ Jones, and I have a 26-foot enclosed hauler that suffered severe water damage over the course of about 10 years. The trailer had been parked and not used, and rain cycles, cold and heat cycles, weather just basically beat it up sitting in place. And one day I went and opened the door and found just a mess basically, and had everything assessed, and the determination was it can be saved. I looked into trying to buy another trailer, and the prices of enclosed trailers for my budget were through the moon, or just not achievable to get anything new, and even a used one's very expensive. So we decided to just make the old trailer like new, basically. And Operation Like New Trailer was hatched with the assistance of Mr. Charles Smith. Charles is a retired Navy man, so in the Navy, of course, missions are considered operations, and we decided to call this Operation Like New Trailer, where we're taking an old trailer, this is a 1995 rig, and make it like new. And I figured I'd do a thorough walkthrough for everyone who's followed and people who haven't followed. Just check out what's going on. Charles Smith and Freddy Ramirez, we call him Freddy Electric, he's the electrician, basically took this entire space and worked it down to bare bones. There's nothing but a shell. Ceiling, walls, it was just a lump of clay to work from, and kind of had a vision. Let me actually go back here and show you what the vision was. The vision was to build it out to be something that looked like this, with storage on this wall. Actually, this storage isn't here right now. This is the passenger side wall, but the idea was to maybe put some storage here, which we ended up doing, and then have some storage up here. That didn't happen, and probably won't, because at this point everything that I needed to have put away is put away, and I don't think we need to build out any additional, but if necessary we will. But have the toolbox over in this corner here, which it is, and then some upper cabinetry. 3 were built into this design, but we just went with 2, and that's all that's necessary. We have a pantry over there for Crystal's gear for setting up food and grilling, etc. And this is just a utility cabinet that I have my cordless tools in, and their chargers and that type of stuff. And then the monitor. I wanted to have a monitor, and understand a lot of this stuff is repurposed. It's just stuff that we had at the house, or maybe I caught a deal on Facebook Marketplace or online or Swap Meet or something like that. But we had this monitor that actually was in our bedroom for a long time until we stepped up and got bigger. And I said, you know what? It's been in the garage forever. This would be really cool to set up and build like a little data station. Have my laptop cord, then an HDMI cable here, and have this all ready to go to put my laptop here, swing the monitor out, and then I can work and maybe look at data from the car, or just watch a movie or watch some races. Actually, a little bit earlier today, had NASCAR on. Had the laptop out here and had NASCAR on through DirecTV, but just have a monitor in here that's complete with audio. Charles had these speakers. These speakers were last used in 2011, he told me, and they're amplified speakers. So when I have the laptop hooked up, we can pump up the sounds and blast everything through speakers, and it's really cool. There's the other one down there, and I think we did fairly good with the speaker wire and everything, so that it's clean and you don't really see it until you get here. And it runs underneath the workbench and then up to the speaker. So that's kind of a look at this area. Actually, I just wanted to start here, and let me go back to the back. This is going to be a fairly long video, so stay with it or bail out if you want to, but I'm trying to be as in-depth as possible about what's going on. But this was the vision, and we'll go back to the back again and work forward. It really I guess you could say again, starts with bare bones to building out walls. I'm really, really big, even in my own garage and in the house and everything, I'm really super big on power, having power where you need it, and having light inside the house, inside my garage, in the back shop. Everything that I've got, there's power and lights where you need it. And that was the idea with Freddy Electric. I told him I want power at front and back, stem to stern. And we've got a 4-gang box here. This trailer operates on 110 volt, like your house. You plug into a house deal, and a generator powers the 110 system. The generator is a Predator 5,000 watt generator. KBI, Kevin Burnett Incorporated, my little sis, sponsored that for me, and I can't thank her enough, and it works wonderfully. And then here we have 12 volt. There's also a 12 volt system in this trailer so that we can charge batteries. The idea to have 12 volt down here was to plug in overnight. If we're at the track and overnight, plug in here with a battery charger. The trunk of the car would fall about here, and just have the battery charger keep a trickle on the car overnight. So you have 12 volt power, 110 volt power at the back. Light switch operates the lights outdoor, and then these interior lights front and back. So there's also a switch panel up front that we'll get to, but instead of having to go out, walk around the trailer and get to the front door to turn lights off, you can do it from either bank. And this is for inside, this is for the outside lights. There are also LEDs throughout. This light here is basically a night light. It's just a little battery powered night light. You see it illuminated there. You can see the other one down there. They're tuned into the same frequency. You can get these online or probably at Home Depot, or maybe even I did a little video the other day on Dollar Tree. I should have looked there. There might be something close to this on Dollar Tree as well. But I think they're Energizer. They're done by Energizer, and they're just basically little AA batteries going here, and a night light. If you have to get into the trailer for something really, really quick, don't power up the LEDs, come in, hit the button. And especially like when loading up and stuff. Hit that. You got one up there to look for a tool or look for something in the refrigerator, and I'll get to the refrigerator soon. But that's that. Then the E-Track. E-Track is repurposed. Charles set this up so that it's in here really, really stout. And this E-Track will be for mounting my Freedom Race Lifts FC4000 lift. And you've seen videos that I've done on that. And it's really a killer lift system that is mobile, so you can take it to the track or use it in the driveway or your home garage. But this E-Track, I can put the 4000 up on this, strap it down, and don't have to worry about that going anywhere. I did another video earlier about this right here, and I've changed this light. Actually, that light was being used here, and you're wondering, why is there like a light switch in the floor? This light switch in the floor is for a simple LED, and this LED brightens the bottom of the car. It's for underneath the car when I'm strapping it down. So many times, so many years, I've done this completely in the dark, and basically you have over the axle straps that then the tie down hooks into, comes down to that hook there, and etc. And you can't see it in the dark. It's really, really a bad look when you're trying to do this stuff at night. And I've always said I need to have some kind of light under the car in order to be more efficient with it and actually get things tied down a little quicker. So when Project T-Top Coupe is in here, we had it in here, and I determined that this was the best spot based on where the car lands. And the car lands with the back tire right about here. So when the car is landed properly, this is the sweet spot to see where the axle straps go, and then hooking into them and doing your tying down. And I had that light here, and it moved around too much for me. And I said, you know what? This is a better look right here. This is a much better look. You see it's sturdy. Going down the road, it's not going to shake apart or move around. And it's simple. It's just, I think it's double or AAA batteries, held on by Velcro. Peel it off, change the batteries as necessary. Race ramps, you can't lose with race ramps for getting a car in and out, especially a low vehicle. Getting it in and out of your trailer, you can't miss with race ramps. And we have those here. They'll probably go along the E-Tracks as well when we're ready to really do something. And I set up those boxes there in bright orange so that the race ramps land there. drive the car up on the race mats, hit that mark with the front tire, and the car goes right up along this wall here and will clear the stuff that I'll show you we have built out in the trailer. The golf cart, we call this the Pit Boss. The Pit Boss is the utility golf cart, has fuel jugs and all that kind of stuff. That goes all the way up when it's time to load up. That goes all the way up to the workbench, and then the car, of course, comes in behind it. Okay, so let's move along. Told you, long video. Appreciate your patience, or if you don't like what you see, you can bail out. This cabinet here was built by Charles. This is the passenger side wall, and basically having storage throughout. Not deep storage, but just shelves to put stuff in. These doors were saved from the trailer in its old iteration. And this is just like a tribute wall, especially to my man Racing Jason. A good friend of mine from New York back in the old days, and we lost Jason too soon, but PSCA, NMRA stuff, just some memorabilia and nostalgia. And my friend Keith Keplinger said, you know what, when you do this over, you got to save these two cabinet doors, and Charles was able to do that. But just simple storage throughout. I got my blower belts. This is Dayco blower belts. Industrial timing belt, actually what they are. I don't know what type of machine those belts are for, but they work really well on my Paxson Novi 2000 supercharger. So thanks to Dayco for those belts, and of course Driven GP1 motor oil and Autolite plugs. That's what keeps Project T-Top Coupe going. This is my closet. Charles figured I needed a closet for gear, and he built out this really cool closet. It has a light, Simpson Racing equipment throughout, and this is how it's stored. Can't preach enough about safety. Hope you've got the right gear for your stuff, for you. 2 helmets. This is my Simpson Bandit carbon fiber, and this is a Race Quip helmet. Ice cream truck in Southern California. That's what SoCal's all about. On March 9th, you get the ice cream truck coming down the street. But this is just a storage area for my uni, if you will. Hybrid sport, gloves, suit, and shoes. And I keep a set of keys right here. These are basically keys to the trailer, and these keys go in my pocket before I go make a lap. So for any reason you need to get into the trailer, and we lock up. Like I said in another video, unfortunately there are robbers at the track now, and you can't leave anything open or out. So basically we lock up before going to make a run, and these keys, before going up, go into my driver's pocket so that I have a set of keys to get in when I get back from the return road, etc. If I get back before Crystal does or something like that, I can open up the trailer. And then down below it is the foot locker. The foot locker was an idea I had, and Charles created it. Again, Operation Like New Trailer was completely executed by Flagship Homecare Charles Smith and Freddy Ramirez is the electrician, but this is where the Mac tie downs, the Road Tech jack stands, and here are some aluminum pieces. This piece here is very, very good for a trailer flat tire. Basically, you would roll the good tire up on this aluminum ramp-like thing here, and that would lift the other wheel off the ground, the tandem wheel off the ground, and facilitate changing a tire. So we keep that in there in the foot locker. And then here is just general stuff you need in your trailer. This is the other light panel, switch panel for the lights. So shut everything down, shut everything on here. The internal LEDs work on a 12-volt system, and then there are 110 LEDs as well. So when the generator's hooked up, can hit this switch here, and then these lights that are currently out will illuminate. So it can be bright as day in here at night, which is, again, power and light are my thing. And Charles and Freddy E were able to hook that up. First aid kit, fire extinguisher. This is the other switch for the night light. So again, switches for lights at both ends of the trailer to make things easy. A little boombox there was from Facebook Marketplace, and that's currently running my Sirius satellite music. Fuel jugs go here. We're gonna put a blocker here, just an aluminum blocker to keep them from moving around when towing, similar to this. This is a Summit refrigerator. This is a masterful piece right here. This keeps the goods cold. There you go. Turn that on, and we had it when we went to Bakersfield a couple of weeks ago. Had it running overnight, kept the food preserved, kept the brews cold. Really, really a cool deal. This runs on 110, and it also runs on 12 volt, which is, like your cigarette lighter plug if you have it for a truck. And it's currently running on the 12 volt side of the trailer right now. The winch is Harbor Freight. It's a Badlands winch, and it's a badass winch too. Badlands, badass, 9,000 pound capacity. Drags Project T-Top Coupe in here with absolutely no sweat whatsoever. This is Freddy E's masterpiece here. The trailer is charged. These two 12 volt batteries, the 12 volt side of it is charged by solar. I put a Cascadia 4x4 solar panel on the roof, and the solar panel basically is from a kit that is designed for, or supposed to be on, let's just put it like that, a Toyota Land Cruiser or a Lexus SUV. It goes on the hood of one of those SUVs, so it's got a really big footprint. And I decided, you know what? That's gonna soak up enough sun to keep these batteries charged pretty much all the time. And that's what it does. Those two lights there, that's the regulator, and those two lights indicate that it's working. And at times when the trailer's idle, I can come in here, and this gauge is just a volt gauge that I had laying around in a toolbox, but I can come in here sometimes and this gauge is reading 14 volts. It's just getting that much light and charging up that well. The 12 volt side is run by that inverter right there. That inverter gets switched on, and basically all of the 12 volt outlets are hot, and just let things run as necessary. Freddy E set up circuit breakers for everything, fuse circuit breakers. He told me, and I was able to see that through wiring that we took out of here, that the trailer was destined for fire at some point because the electrical system was just so janky. So everything is really done the right way with bus bars. There's a main power on and off switch, the circuit breakers again, inverters as necessary. This is an inverter that lets the LED system work as 12 volt, the 12 volt side of it. There's the Predator Harbor Freight, the Predator 5000 generator, nice and quiet. I have a compressor here in the corner. That compressor gets fired up when the generator comes on. And for the workbench, we've got air here, got air here, and then on the outside of the trailer along this wall here, there's an air chuck right here by the door, and then another one down by the end of the trailer, and that's just for servicing the tires or using air as necessary outside the trailer. We've got plenty of air hose here, and just basically run that as necessary outside the trailer and charge things up or fill things up. The toolboxes, my snap-on box, this is my baby, of course, and this is I guess more so the quick box. This one is used more than the snap-on because this is just really the good stuff. But the everyday or at the track as necessary box, wrenches and some miscellaneous wrenches and screwdrivers, and some miscellaneous but stuff you might need quickly, markers, a box cutter to open a box, whatever. But that's what's in the top drawer here. The second drawer is the socket drawer. Pretty stout as far as sockets and whatnot. This is what I call the fab shop. Hammers, some pliers, and some fabrication type stuff that can come through in a pinch as necessary. This is the air station. All the pneumatic stuff is in here. We've got grinder, and there's actually an impact gun in there. It's not very presentable, but everything is in here. And this is the air station. And down here is electrical and kind of miscellaneous. So the gang's all here as I need it. This water jug here is for when we're at the track and washing hands, basically. That's just something that you get at the grocery store. Put it on the back of the tailgate and wash hands with clean water. And when you do that, highly recommended. This is the best track soap ever. This is Dial All Day Freshness Antibacterial Wash but this will clean up the dirtiest hands at the racetrack, no matter what you have on your hands. So that's been in this door here, and I still have to clean this up. But that's been in the door there for years and years and years. And again, when you just get a jug of cold water, it's got a little spout on it, so you pull the spout open and pour your water. Here on the workbench, this is the storage I was talking about. This is my utility cabinet here. I've got my cordless stuff in there. And what I'm gonna do with the cordless is further clean this up and get one of those racks that you can just kind of hang all the impact gun and drills and all that kind of stuff. Get one of those and mount that probably somewhere along the tool area here, and have this opened up for additional storage of other things. All of these cabinets are closed with these things called hasps, I believe, or just no, these are carabiner clips, but these are hasps. I didn't know that that was the term for those until Charles told me. And this is Crystal's pantry here with all of our goods for, I guess you could almost say, camping. Going racing is kind of like camping when you have stuff like this and you're able to cook and sustain yourself and everything. But that's the pantry, and that's kind of the look. This is the grill here. It's basically a George Foreman grill that doesn't sit on your tabletop. It's got like a stand that assembles, and that's how we grill the food. That's how we make lunch and everything. So that's the really lengthy, long, 21 minutes, but thanks for hanging in there if you hung in there and checked it all out. That's the look at Operation Like New Trailer. Again, I am super proud of this. Freddy E. Ramirez did all the electrical, the LED lights, and all of the electrical system. And Charles, Flagship Homecare Smith, did everything associated with actually physically building this thing out. And last night, we had kind of like an open house, just kind of reflecting on it. That's why I'm in here today. We had an open house and had some cats come through who had been following on Instagram and got to see it in person. So my hope is that it brings Charles and Freddie some business for doing similar type of stuff to people's trailer or trucks or vans or whatever, just creating storage as necessary, or just really, really good solutions for efficiency. That's what, at the end of the day, this all has become. So anyway, that's it from inside Operation Like New Trailer. Thanks for indulging the super long video, but this is as in-depth as I could make it. Probably be the last one for a little bit. I mean, as I go forward and maybe do some other things, of course, I'll keep you updated. But for the most part, this is what I wanted, and it is at this point pretty much complete, and I'm really super happy about it. Thanks for hanging in there and checking it out.